Alright, so after we've seen the intro, let's break down where does all this start. So I met this person, Khaled Lyons, in a watch trading group where I made a request for a watch. I'll show you that one on my smartphone in just a minute. We have to switch the perspectives here and there for this video. So I promise you this is a really interesting story and also a lesson for anybody that tries to buy something online, and this is how to exactly not get scammed. Okay, because I nearly got scammed, because I always give people the benefit of doubt, or maybe that there's their first kind of week or day in the business and they just try to come across way more professional than they actually am. So let's kick it off here. So Khaled, bear in mind, is written with one L in the name right here. Khaled Lyons. They PM me and said, "Hello X, are you looking for the Daytona two-tone 116523?" I said yes, plus the Daytona 116503 with the black dial. I was gonna pick both up because I had a client waiting for the 116503. It's on the screen right now, and because I rock the white Daytona, as you see in a minute, I wanted to get the two-tone gold one for myself as well, because why not? Like, why not? It's cool. It's a cool watch. So that being said, they asked me where I was located. At this point, I said in Germany, and they said they had somebody, a friend in Denver. He is a collector. Is the deal possible? And I was like, okay, come on, stop. Let's wait a minute. I will not do a deal without seeing more details of the watch. So I replied, need details on the watch, and also yes, I wanna get to the WhatsApp of this guy. So let's get down here at the 30th of January at 1 a.m. I'm still working. Yes, I am still working. You guys know this is my main hustle. I'm a watch dealer by heart, and I absolutely love it. So I also work on the weekends and as well as in the night times, because I like it. I just like to get business done. So I was told that the WhatsApp the WhatsApp of the guy will be informed for more details. Yes, that's fine. That's nothing uncommon to be referred by a person to another dealer. So it's nothing uncommon that this happened, that somebody tells you this is the guy that sells the watch. I did a good kind of communication with this guy, what so on, because a lot of these people, and this is where we wanna get to. This is the Facebook group where I met this person. This person contacted me after I made a request on the Facebook group. Just to recap that again. And I do recommend Facebook groups for watch dealers, just young watch dealers or people that want to get into the business and they want to step their toes a little bit in the nice water of the watch dealing business and want to make their first deals maybe. But I also need to really speak out a warning for anybody that enters a WhatsApp group with people selling and trading watches in, or just anything. There's a lot of bullshit and scamming going on, so you really gotta be cautious when doing deals with people on the internet. So let's continue on here. We now have the basic outline of this. I met this person, and because I made a request on a group, and now this person wants to send me watches, but they know a guy, and the guy apparently is in Denver, Colorado, which is nothing new for me to have people in the US ship me watches in the EU. It's just about taxes, which we will get to taxes as well in just a minute. So I wait a little bit, and apparently I was supposed to get the number of the guy right away, which we can see. I scrolled down here, and I tell them I was preferring the black dial 16503 from 2020-21. All right, I was like, okay, maybe this is actually, because this was weird at this point. I didn't know why the person was writing in the name of the other guy. Or like, if you read the chats, you get what I mean. It's just fucking weird the way this person was taking part in the deal, but nothing too uncommon with new people that want to pretend that they're way more, serious and deep into business than they really are. So nothing uncommon there. Just a little bit sketchy, nothing uncommon. But I still had my bullshit radar was a little bit pinging. So I told them what watch I prefer, as I said, and also my time, so they knew what time was in my zone, so we can stay in contact. Nothing uncommon to match time zones, so people can know when I'm online and when I'm ready for business. Anyways, so the good night was a little weird, but okay, I thought maybe this is a girl behind that screen and maybe she just tried to be friendly. So I got the WhatsApp number of this guy and I was supposed to text him, so I sent the fucking thumbs up for whatever reason. It's just nobody does this. I just did it. I don't know why. Sorry. So, anyways, before we get to the next part, we gotta switch over to my phone here for a minute. So on my phone right now, what do we see here? I wrote the guy good morning. that Khaled Lian sent me to the person, and I was searching for the watch, the 116503 Black Dial Daytona from 2021, which is basically the year. So that's how you write the year. You could write it out or whatever, but I thought this guy was, you know, in the business, right? I thought this guy was in the business. So you can see nothing uncommon here. The guy's asking me a couple of things. The question of are you a collector is a little bit weird. It's not uncommon again, but a little bit weird because usually it doesn't matter what I am, right? I'm in the sales and trading and buying group, so I'm either a collector or a trader. It doesn't matter what I am, right? It just doesn't matter. So I told the guy I was a watch trader and a collector, and at this moment I'm trying to find the 116503 Black Dial for a client, as you can see in the chat log right there, which I still was and I still am trying to find that watch for my client. So that being said, this guy asked me to show an example, which was the first red flag. That was a really red flag, is that this guy didn't know what watch the 116503 the Black Dial was, because that is the 116503 with the red with the black dial. So you can see black dial here, red Daytona, this beautiful watch, red Daytona font, beautiful watch, superb, nice looking Daytona, one of the best Daytonas ever built in my humble opinion. And I want to get the same one, a little bit older, old generation. I prefer the less new generation of these, but for myself in the trade as well, because that's what I said, maybe I'll just pick up both at this point, why not? So he wrote me back a minute later that the watch was available, which is a little bit uncommon. A little bit uncommon, because usually if you do have a watch business, you want to check with the stock if a watch available, if it's maybe already sold, and you want to double check with you guys in the background if this exact watch has been sold before or if it's still available, because sometimes a watch is in the system still even if it's sold, because just somebody forgot to place a simple check mark or write the serial number and the name of the watch and whatever is there to write for the person at this point in an Excel sheet and just put up there. But no, apparently the watch was, he knew straight away this was available, and I asked him if he has pictures of the watch, and he said he's gonna send me a video, which is always a good thing, right? A video is always a good thing because it's kind of like proof that there's a watch, right? So I said okay, not an issue, and I waited for the video. So here's the video he sent me. Right off the bat, we notice one thing, that this is the wrong watch. This one has fucking diamonds on it. I said I want the plain Jane black dial one, not the diamond one. But that's not an issue because I corrected this guy right there. Told him that thanks for the video. It's diamonds on dial. I asked for the one without the diamonds. Is it not available? Thanks in advance. And he said it's available. Yes, of course it's available. It's a day later. So he said he's gonna send me pictures of that one. Pictures. Let's put pictures in quotation marks. So we discussed a little bit about this one and the price of this watch, because I was like, maybe at this point I want to pick this up for myself. Like, why not? I don't know. I just believe at this point, and I still do, that I want to be the guy with a diamond dial Daytona. I kind of felt that vibe, right? As Joe Mayer once said in a Talking Watches video, I kind of get it, right? I kind of get the diamond thing on the dial. I kind of get it, just kind of, but I like the watch. So the price seemed really, really fair. This is another red flag, if the price is too fair, right? It's just too good to be true, because this watch will not trade anywhere below 30k on the market at this point. It's bullshit. Like, this was just bullshit. But I was like, okay, maybe everything the person said about themselves and everybody else said about this person is completely true. This guy is maybe working in a Rolex boutique and he just wants to flip a watch pretty quick for a little bit of profit and book this in private, or just use his company to book the watch away just to make a little bit more money on the site. So nothing too crazy, nothing that's gonna like show up when his accountant goes through this, just looks regular. But I didn't know exactly. The next thing was, like, I checked the color of his fingers. They didn't match the first video, which is another, okay, maybe this is a bigger boutique, maybe there's more people involved, but then why wouldn't they know exactly what watch I was trying to buy if I even send them a fucking picture of it? Like, I don't know, it's a little bit sketchy. So without the diamonds, I got the video as well, which we see here. You can see that it's a genuine watch, it's a genuine Rolex. It's a pretty good looking watch as well. But one thing you will notice if you do have sharp eyes, and I do certainly have sharp eyes, is that this watch is not in a good condition. Right, from right now it looks pretty good, but now as we get to the clasp, do you see that on the bracelet itself in the middle part? It's fucking scratched. And my client asked about getting a new watch, and this guy said it was a new watch. Like, what the fuck? You don't tell that as a new watch. It's not a fucking new watch. It's bullshit. So I asked him, is this one new? Question mark. And he said, yes. I said, okay, maybe give the benefit of the doubt. No problem. If the watch is not new, I can still work with it. Not a problem. So I asked him how it is with the tax to EU, because at this point I thought this guy was still sitting in Denver, Colorado. As he said in the first place, he said he was sitting in Denver, Colorado. So he said there is no tax in EU, but he sent me the price in pounds. And after the Brexit, there is no UK to Germany shipping without customs anymore. Right? So you gotta go through tax and customs. That's just what it is. This is what happens. But this guy probably, I don't know, he probably skipped out on the Brexit thing. We don't know. But apparently, we will get to that later. He just traveled to America for whatever reason. We will get to that part later. It's getting even more ridiculous at this point. So it's me still being nice. And at this point, I had the boys on, the guys that I work with at my company. I had him on quick dial, on speed dial, because I was like, okay, we gotta go through this deal together tomorrow morning. I told him, right? Which it went down in one day anyway, so it doesn't matter. But we will get to that in just a second. All right. I asked him what happens when I will actually buy the watch. Like, what's going on? Like, what happens when I buy the watch? So he said that the price accepted by customer, in this case me, they will proceed with the payment. After the payment is confirmed, the customer will send valid information to fill in the guarantee from including the certificate, blah blah blah, which is not true. It's not what happens. Like, you don't, if you are not in Rolex AD, you're not gonna fill out any papers. Like, what? Like, yeah, sure, everybody can print out the guarantee card. Like, there's basically no proof that a guarantee card is really anybody that is a carpenter can print out fucking Rolex guarantee cards. Not that hard, right? There's plenty of YouTubers that showed you exactly how to do it. But this was just a little bit sketchy, and I was like, all right, I'll let you know later today, because at this point I didn't want to fuck with that too much, because I had still other business to take care of first. So I asked, where the fuck are you located? He said, in Denver, Colorado. I said, let me save you as contact. I will call you later today. What is your name? And they replied, Corneli Denise. Like, so Denise Corneli. That's a fucking female name. I was like, all right, thanks. I will get in touch with you in short time. So I was just busy working and just not focusing on that deal at this moment. I had other things to take care of. So anyways, do a little bit of break here. Everybody, if you knows what an escrow account is basically nobody gets money before both parties didn't accept that everything was okay with the deal. That's basically what it is. So anyways, I asked for an escrow account, and because I wanted to build up trust on both sides, and I didn't trust this guy from the get-go and whatever. So I said, I just want to purchase the 116503 black dial, no diamonds at this point, because I already purchased the other one in another deal at that same time, which, you know, it was just faster than this guy. Like, somebody was just faster. I don't know. So anyways, the next part is really sketchy as well. Like, this guy tells me that he accepts bank transfer, and what the fuck is this? And like, what is this? Like, he says he's 100% legit in the business. Second big red flag, right? And the third one is the next thing. It's bullshit. Like, nobody that is seriously in this business writes this shit. Like, what is this? I don't play around. I'm a man of my words. I got a family and I believe in honesty and transparency. Blah blah blah. Real business shit. Blah 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 blah. This is honestly, at this point, I thought, okay, this might actually be a scam, but it might be not. Like, there's always a chance that this guy really wanted to like look way more professional than he actually was, which is, it's not uncommon in this business. As I just said, it's a lot of like people that sell one watch a week and they act like they're the biggest watch sellers of all time. Nothing new, nothing wrong with that. Do what you want, right? But please follow up with it. So anyways, I asked this guy for more pictures because the watch, which we just seen in the video, looked a little bit scratched on the golden parts. Like, it just looked, I don't know, just not new. So we said, sir, they are in new condition, or new in condition. And I have a 30-day return. Bullshit. Like, let's not even mention that one. So I asked for more detailed pictures, which I just told him. And he said, busy, send it soon. In reality, this guy was never busy. In reality, this guy just searched for the right pictures and right videos to send me. right? So I did this guy a memo where I told him that basically I was really hoping that he would send me high quality pictures, and at this point I was disappointed that he wouldn't accept escrow, and I asked him the reasons for it and whatever. So he sent me pictures, which we'll look at right now. And right off the first picture, I could tell it was different hands of a guy again, and something else stuck in my trained eye, and that was in only if you really do have to deal with these things a lot, you can determine this on pictures. But there's still stickers on this bracelet, which means that this watch is new and still protected. So of course it's not gonna have any scratch at all, which you can see here. There's not a sign of a fake watch, which I know that's gonna be watch fucking fakes, looks fakes. No, this is not the actual clasp. It's protected by the protective layer that they put on the watches. There's a little bit of plastic silicone shit they put on there just so you don't scratch the watch, which the other one in the video did not have. And I was like, okay, at this point I want to call this guy. Like, I really actually want to call this guy. And he flexed about references. I was like, okay, let's just talk to his references. Why not? Like, if this guy offers me a reference talk, so why not? But before we do that, let's get back head on over to the iPad at this point. So back here in the iPad on my Facebook, we have this guy explaining, this person explaining me something about their dad buying a watch from the guy. Because honestly, I just want to figure out who the fuck this guy is or what this guy is doing. Who am I dealing with? So I asked, why is his number in Colorado, Denver? Like, his phone number was from Colorado, Denver, and the watches are apparently in Europa. So it makes no sense. No sense. And this person apparently just contacted a guy, and the guy apparently just flew to America yesterday. Like, what is this? What the fuck? What? And then again, they went with the UK shit again, and apparently he'll be back before shipping from UK. What? Throughout this entire conversation, they tried to rush me to make a deal. So no way this guy would fly from to the States and back from the States to UK just to ship 2 watches and bullshit. Like, no, nobody does this shit. Bullshit. So anyways, I asked around. I kept on asking around at this point. I just kept on asking. And I got the phone number of the dad. The name is William. So what do we do now? Right, we go back to the phone. So we are back on the phone, and now we will get into the chat with William. Where's William? Where did I put this guy? I saved him as new man. And right from the get-go, this guy was sketchy as heck. But I was like, I kind of fuck with that, so why not? So this is William's chat right now. I said hello, and he was, who is this please? And nobody's gonna reply that shit. Like, honestly, just fuck it. But before we get into this really weird chat, let's check the picture of William. No way. They just picked a stock photo of a guy posing for a jacket company, whatever. So, and why does this say Williams? Right? Why is his name William here and they say William there? And now bear in mind that Khaled was written with 1 L on Facebook, and 2 L is apparently the name of his daughter. So this guy got way too fucking personal for me just talking about his daughter or chatting with daughter about watches. And of course, this guy remembers Denise Connelly from Denver, Colorado, and he's such a busy guy, and I should be so fucking thankful for making business with this guy. And this guy said, "Wish you the best. I'm driving by. For now, give me updates." What? Like, why would anybody like want updates on a watch purchase from a stranger? It makes no fucking sense. It's just bullshit. And at this point, I was like, okay, this is a scam. Like, this is a fucking blatant scam. Everything just makes sense now as a fucking scam. All right, let's head on back to the iPad. So right around 19 o'clock, which was right after a meeting with my boys, I wrote my Strand, and they replied, "Hi, please, I don't understand. Come out clear. Have you ordered your watch already?" Bro, don't ask me this shit. Bro, if he was a serious person that was just like a middleman for watch deals, you wouldn't ask that shit. You would not reply. You would think, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? But this is a fucking scam. So, of course, what do we need to do now is head back to the phone. Yes, we gotta get back into WhatsApp again, because this whole thing is even more ridiculous than before. All right, what do we see here now is that we talked about the reference of the guy. So he gave me a couple of numbers. So he gave me the name Lois Liam from Belgium, which, what the fuck? Like just Google Belgium names. You just find this name. Just Google Canadian names, you'll find Lucas. Like no problem. And Swedish names, the first thing that comes up is Gustav. So this is just made up shit. Like fucking made up shit. So I actually called all these numbers. And all of these numbers replied the same thing. And they always started with an X. And do you know who also always wrote with an X? Right, it is Kellet Lians. So it's the same thing, the same plot behind all this. And yeah, I actually, you can see me here. I tried to phone call this guy here, and then what happened there is I went in a phone call with the guy. So we can see that right here. So we can see that I had a phone call with Denise Connelly. And that phone call was actually fucking ridiculous. And because in that phone call, I could clearly hear, first off, he was Pakistani or Indian. I suppose Pakistani, because Indians don't really talk like this, so it's more Pakistani. And and I could hear a different voice of like young people in the background, like kids, and as well as other people trying to like talk in English, in a really bad English, like worse than my shit. So at this point I was like, okay, I am connected to a call center with fake IPs, so that's why they're looking like they're in Colorado in real time. They're sitting somewhere in Bangladesh or Pakistan, whatever shithole they're sitting in, and just trying to scam people at this point. And my brother, because we, the boys from the company, we sat in the meeting in the background. So I had the boys in the background sitting, and I had this guy on speaker. And I muted myself for this conversation with the guy and let him talk. And my brother had the genius idea to ask this guy what the time was in Denver, Colorado. So I was like, okay, man, wait a minute, blah, blah. What's the time for you right now so we can match the times or some bullshit? And he said, wait, I'm busy. I'll call you back. What did he do? He hung up because he couldn't tell me the time in Denver, Colorado. And then he randomly wrote me a message like, let's proceed. And he wrote me the time. This is bullshit, boys. Like, please, if you take anything from this, this is a way. Please don't get scammed. Like, honestly, don't get scammed. Like, this is what they do. They try to scam you. But if anybody of you lovely viewers is still watching this video and has a Daytona lying around, maybe somewhere, you know, relative or whatever, you know, somebody with a 116503, the black dial in EU trading zone, please just hit the comments down below and we can get something figured out. Thanks in advance and thanks for watching.